Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights Core Edition. When last we left off, Sarken had been given his mission to find the various creatures and thus the reagents for the Wailing Death from Lady Arabeth to Tilmarand. Crumpet, of course, will be assisting, but it will not just be Crumpet, I wager, that will be assisting.
Welcome. Do you have news of the missing water Davian creatures? Or is there something else you need?
We just need temple services. There are a fair few items we can get. Scale mail, breastplate, chain mail, banded mail. We have a breastplate right now, so there really actually isn't that much better. I mean, a banded mail suit is technically better. By 1 point. We will, however, sell some stuff. Like, we will sell this and that, and we don't need any of these books, and we don't need these arrows or this. We can keep the sling, I guess. We don't need this, gem. Or this. We don't need a scroll of lesser restoration. We'll keep the torch, however. A dagger? Don't really need that either. So, there we go. Weapon-wise, she's got a fair few weapons. Nothing fantastic. There are, in fact, better merchants. Lesser Amulet of the Master. Oh, that's a thief item. Definitely do not want that. There are still a few people we'd wish to talk to, like Sergal here.
Hello to you.
Greetings, Sarken. Arabeth has instructed me to provide whatever assistance I can in your mission to recover the missing Water Davian creatures. However, my magic is not of a healing nature. My skills are tied to the teleportation portal in this temple and the Stone of Recall in your backpack. Is there something I can do for you, Sarken? Teleportation portal? Stone of Recall? I don't understand. Please give me a tutorial on how it works. I thought you would be familiar with this by now. However, it is important, so I will go over the use of the Stone of Recall again. In your backpack you carry a Stone of Recall. You can activate this stone at any time, and it will instantly teleport you and anyone in your service back to this temple. This will allow you to return quickly to town whenever you need to, saving precious traveling time. That's handy. There is more, Sarken. Once you have used the stone, go through a teleportation portal and it will instantly send you back to the place your stone was last activated. Anyone in your service, henchmen, familiars, and the like, will also be transported with you. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, Sarken? Who are you? I am Sergal, a priest of Tyr. It is my duty to aid and assist those in the service of Neverwinter, though I am no healer. My magic is tied to the Stone of Recall that I'm just repeating stuff, and I will let you go now. Goodbye. Farewell, Sarken. May the grace of Tyr be with you. And here is Tomy Undergallows. Tomy Undergallows is a halfling that scrutinizes his surroundings with a mischievous look that, given time and opportunity, could only mean trouble. He's going to probably give us some interesting information. Hey, do you need a henchman? I don't need you as a henchman, but I will talk to you.
Well, hello there. You have the smell of a prospective employer about you. Not that it's easy to smell anything with all the burning corpses in this city, mind you. Never seen this many flies outside of a Callumshire alehouse.
That's a horrible thing to say. Oh, I don't think the Callumshites would mind, my lord. The way they dress, it'd be a kindness to talk instead about their foul ale. What does that mean? It means I'll be bloody glad to be out of Callumshire and anywhere else, even here. Now, about that employer business. Who are you? Me? Well, I'm none other than the renowned rogue Tomy Undergallows. Grin to me friends, Tomy grim to the lasses, and that damned halfling to anyone in the position of respectable authority. I can forgive you for not having heard of me, however. I hail most recently from Callimport, and that's a long way for even my reputation to travel. I'll give it another week, personally. What are you doing in a church? I could ask you the same question now, couldn't I? Well, if you have to know the truth, I was being chased by a pack of hooligans the day before yesterday when I darted in here. Seems as good a place as any, especially considering the priests don't throw halflings out on an ear as a policy, like in Callimport. So I've been hanging around looking for something to do. Do you always talk this much? Unless you're sneaking up for a good backstabber in the sack with a pretty miss, I really don't see the need for restraint. Silence is for the dead, although I hear they can be a bit chatty too at times. Tomy is very blunt and honest about the many things he says. Running from your reputation, are you? Nothing too wrong with having a bit of a reputation, my lord. Keeps the flies from settling, if you know what I mean. If the heat gets too high, you just step out the kitchen, right? You know how it goes, I'm sure. Rob some overfat human caliph with piggy lips, kiss his daughter as a lark before you escape with the loot, and suddenly you're the most wanted man in Kalimshan. How was I supposed to know that he was so sensitive about his daughter? I still say it was worth it. That took flair, and I have flair. Too bad Neverwinter didn't treat me any better at first. He hunted you for kissing his daughter? Well, I used the word kissing loosely, my lord. Trouble was, the lass was set to marry the Pasha's son, so long as she was a virgin. Ah, well. You let slip a little too much there about what you did. What happened then? Neverwinter seemed a fine enough city for an enterprising young halfling like myself. On the surface, anyway. You'd be surprised at what people get away with here. They could take a perfectly innocent man, accuse him of simple pickpocketing, and throw him into prison without even so much as a trial. Not a very fair one, anyway. That judge was mean. Fortunately, my stay in Neverwinter's fine prison system was a short one. I didn't arrange for any escape, oddly enough, but I was glad for it nonetheless. How did you escape the prison? The exact going-ons with the prison I'm not entirely aware of, my lord. To tell you the truth, I've only been in prison for a few days. I was just starting to think about how depressing life was when it all began. The warden of the place began babbling some nonsense and started releasing all the prisoners. Even the truly despicable types. Murderers, politicians, lawyers, you name it. I left the area quickly, of course, and wound up here at the temple. Nice, safe place to be. Last I heard, them prisoners were all tearing up the Peninsula District, making a royal mess. Not the lawyers, though. They were just overcharging. Why would the warden release the prisoners? Can't really say. Some of the other fellows were talking like there was some powerful prisoner who was controlling the warden and making them do these things. Sounds too strange to me. Sounds a lot like an intellect devourer to me. More likely he was brain sick with the plague. The entire Peninsula District's in an uproar, however. I don't think the local constabulary has it under control, either. Come to think of it, I saw more than a few people getting attacked in the streets in broad daylight. If you head that part of town, you might want to take someone along with who knows the roads, aye? Give me a moment, I will return. Well, I'm back. Had to just pick up a parcel. Basically, Tomy here is a halfling rogue hireling that you can get. And I'm not going to be taking Tomy Undergallows. For a start, Tomy Undergallows talks a lot, and I think Sarken would get probably quite annoyed about that over time. But generally, I don't need a rogue per se. I need someone a little more multi-skilled. Besides, I have a bear. The bear is bigger than Tomy, so no thanks. Goodbye. Oh, now that is a shame. Well, my lord, don't let zombies eat your brains or anything. I hear it's bad for one's health. Sorry, Tomy. We're going to be heading out into the joyous land of Neverwinter. The city core. It's about as well organised and happy as you'd think it is. And here's Bethany. Oh, please, can you help me? You're with the city militia, aren't you? The guards at the gate said I might get help over here, but I don't know if they were serious or not. Slow down. I'll hear what you have to say. Thank you. I don't mean to take you away from your duties. I mean, you're a guard, right? Probably got your hands full, but this is important. Actually, I'm kind of saving the whole of Neverwinter. No, must talk to you now. It's the Peninsula District. I live in there, and oh, it's just horrible. The killing, everyone running for their lives. It's horrible. Easy then. Tell me when you're ready. Okay. I came from the Peninsula District. That's where my home was. Now it's too dangerous to go there. The prisoners are killing everyone. It's awful. I may have heard of this. Give some background on the Peninsula District. Well, it's kind of complicated. The Peninsula District houses the Neverwinter prison. The families of the guards and such live around it. It's been safe for years. It changed a little while ago. The guards never came home from work one day, and now the prisoners are everywhere. First the plague, now the threat of a knife in your belly. I'll see what I can do. You stay here where it's safe. Thank you. I can't say how much this means to me. Do you need directions? I'll tell you just to be sure. The Peninsula District is through the gate on the southwest side of the city core, near the Moonstone Mask. There are guards posted, but I'm sure they'll let you through. There's also this man here. Zelv returned your gaze intently. He's almost out of place amidst the city backdrop, his manner suggesting a very personal connection to nature. Ah, a druid. Yes, we need to talk to you.
Greetings. Blessings of the Earth Mother Shrontia and the Tree Father Sylvanus upon you. I am Nyatar, in the service of nature.
Hello, I'm Sarkhan Smith. Could I ask you some questions? I welcome your well-mannered address. Ask what you will, and I shall respond as I am able. What is your position here? I see to it that the city does not tip too far from balance. That concerns for natural elements are kept a priority. It's not easy in these times. You are a brother druid, are you not? I cannot be mistaken. We are kin in the eyes of the Earth Mother. You will understand. Many people are falling to plague, but animals suffer as well. They suffer in cages. In the Black Lake District Lodge, there is a zoo in Neverwinter. It is operated by a hunter and his noble entourage. It is not clean. It is not compassionate. It is not right. The animals are being mistreated. It can't be new, not during the plague. It is not new. I was working to have it closed, but the plague has delayed that indefinitely. The officials I spoke with are among the plague dead. Oh. It has given the zoo a reprieve. They know the law is turning against them, but now they have time to cover their actions. I fear the animals will simply be killed and made into trophies. All creatures deserve charity. This bear, panther, wolf, and lion, all four should be rescued. Ah, there's a conversation in the background there. What do you know of this hunter? I'm not trying to escape. I wouldn't have anywhere to go. Aww. Montgomery Sure-Shot Weatherson. His family has been a great advocate of animal rights, but Montgomery abandoned that philosophy when his father died. He gauges his progress. He gauges progress as a man by what he has mastered. His family and business, and nature, creature by creature. He is out of balance. Several nobles live vicariously through him. Their influence protects him from what little pressure I have been able to apply through the law. I will help you free these animals. As a druid, it is the right thing to do. I was hoping you would say that. Let me give you a few things to help in your task. I have thought long about what is required. This key will grant access to the zoo. My animal companion found it, and I made copies. Guards may try to stop you, but doors will not. This is a transport via plant scroll. Use it on the tree large tree near the zoo, and any animals you lead there will be teleported here. Please, speak with these animals as I know you can. Lead them to freedom at the large tree before their lives are lost. There is no purpose to their captivity. There is one place we do want to go. I believe it is the Trade of Blades. Trade of Blades is where we will most... There is a Doomsayer! Oh good, let's talk to him.
What? Oh, hello!
Great. Doomsayers, and lots of dead. Plague victim pyres and all manner of horrible things. We can actually look at the plague victim pyre. We can actually loot things from the plague victim pyre. We might not want to loot things from the plague victim pyre. This is the Trade of Blades. This is where we will get hired mercenaries. It's a very small building on the outside, and a very large building on the inside. There is Dalen Red Tiger, who is one such mercenary we can get. There is Grax, I think another such mercenary that we can get. And various other mercenaries. We shall talk to a few of these. Do you need a henchman? Do you need a henchman? Do we need a henchman? They will all say. We shall talk to them all in turn.
Greetings. I see you are not yet infected by the plague that ravages Neverwinter. Among such suffering and misery, we who are not yet afflicted must be grateful for our health.
And here is a very well-spoken half-orc. Who are you? I am Dalen Red Tiger of the Uthgard tribes of the Frozen North, but it has been over a year since I left my people and came to Neverwinter. Now I earn my living as a blade for hire. You're quite well-spoken for a half-orc. My father was an orc, and the blood of his inhuman race is in my veins, but I was raised by my mother along the tribes of the Uthgard. Yeah, much like Sarkhan, also raised by his human mother. I'm sorry, but I don't know much about the Uthgard tribes. There are some in the cities who call my people savages and barbarians, but they know nothing of the Uthgard. We are great warriors and hunters, following the herds and living off the land. My tribe is noble, but small. Among them there was little chance of a young warrior to prove himself or earn a wife. But I am young and strong, and my people are renowned for their skills in battle. Here in Neverwinter I found work on the docks as a guard for the cargo shipments being transported. But then what happened? The coming of the plague changed everything. The quarantine halted all incoming or outgoing ships. There was no work and no money. I should have left the docks then. Many of the dock workers were afflicted. Many I come to know as friends. I stayed to ease their suffering, but in the end I could do nothing to save them from the wailing death. With my friends dead, there was no reason to stay in the docks, not with things getting worse. Now I earn a living with my axe as a freelance mercenary. What do you mean about the docks getting worse? The quarantine trapped ships in port, swelling the numbers of pirates and other criminals in my district. Men with no honor, and with the city guard focused on the plague, these evil men have seized control of the docks. An Uthgard warrior knows no fear, but I will not dishonor my tribe. I refuse to serve these men. I will not become a common thug or murderer. Anything else you can tell me about the docks? Before I left, I heard talk in the district of an auction to be held at Jim Seedy's tavern. Something besides the usual stolen merchandise, illegal goods, and helpless slaves sold at his filthy den of Sid. The word spread quickly on the street. Perhaps I could have learned more before I left, but I had no interest in such transactions. I am a warrior, not a smuggler. There is little else I can tell you about the docks, but I know the district is dangerous. If you intend to go there, you would be wise to take along a hired blade. But not you, I'm afraid, Dalen. Sorry, we have all the warrior we need in Crumpet. No thanks. Goodbye. As you wish, sir. Come back if you ever wish to hire a warrior of great skill and honor. Normally I would, but not you, I'm afraid. There is Grax here. Hello, Grax.
Hail to ye!
What does you want? Come on, you don't interrupt the trade, blades muck without a good reason. I want to ask you some questions. I suppose. Make it quick, though. I have ever so many places to be. Yeah, right. Arabeth tolerates mercenaries when Neverwinter has a standing militia. Watch your mouth, friend. It hasn't gone unnoticed that when a few of the city guards died, she hired outsiders like you instead of coming here. Just because we work for the highest bidder doesn't mean we wouldn't put it on the line for this city. What do you know of the plague? I know a sword can't stop it, and that makes me worthless right now. No one is hiring, except the odd noble trying to prevent looting. Okay, we shall leave him to it. There is one particular mercenary we are looking for. And there is a merchant.
Hello there.
Let's see what you've got. Ah, you've got the stuff we want. Half-plate and cloaks of protection. Half-plate's expensive, though. We're not going to be able to work. We could, however, buy a helmet. They're kind of important. They're kind of important because they give me concentration. We could just get a good old-fashioned bucket helmet. And we will get a good old-fashioned bucket helmet. Or maybe we can get that helmet. No, a good old-fashioned bucket helmet. Yay! The pot helmet has been purchased. Now I look silly. It'll go quite well with future armor. There is a Bodyknock Glinkle. We'll be looking at him next video. There are a few more mercenaries that we want to look at, but haven't found the one I want just yet. So, when we come back, folks, more mercenaries. Hopefully, eventually, we'll find the one we want. I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you then. Later. I'm wearing a silly hat, Crumpet. What do you think? It looks very silly. Even though I'm a bear, I think it's silly. Excellent. Later.